Okay, this is Shriekback with a song called Malaria. I think this was the CVT guitar lesson. It's for Brendan. And from the album Oil and Gold. It's from a movie, The Astral Factor in 1976. Very funky. Reminded me a little bit of B-52's Midnight Oil. Real funky. You know, something you'd almost hear the Chili Peppers do, and I think that's the bass. Now, you wanted the little noise effects that are going on in there. A lot of that's guitar with whammy and natural harmonics and stuff. So there's 3 little spots in your tabs. Jolene sent your tabs last night, and there's 3 little things that I need to point out that aren't in your tabs. They're simple things, but that I need to point out. But the intro, which has some weird sounds in it, is 5 seconds in. The tuning for this is standard. And the natural harmonics on the 4th fret A and D. Now, it's not a real popular place for harmonics. They're a little harder to get clear. But I'm sure you're familiar with harmonics. 5, 7, 12 are your hot spots, and then there's other places on the perimeters that you can kind of get them to. Light pressure above the silver fret wire. 4th fret, I just kind of bar it. Whammy bar, vibrato with that. A vibrato is like a... But you want to create that with the whammy bar, which I don't have on this guitar. Then an open G, whammy, vibrato. Natural harmonics. Now here's one of the corrections. I forgot to put the H above it, but the 5th fret D and G, whammy, vibrato. Those are harmonics. 18 seconds in, we got the 12th fret G, same thing. 13 high E, pick the note, whammy, vibrato. 22, slide. So it's more of an abstract, you know, kind of art form approach to this solo. It's not, if you want to call that a solo, but the main solo is pretty crazy too. A lot of percussiveness in here. Now this, when an average guitar player would hear this song, they'd probably think, it's real easy, but not really when you're playing this funk style, and that's what's layered in the background. It's a lot of string muting with some pop-in chords. 3rd fret, last 3 strings, I'm going to bar it. It's long, this progression, so you may want to connect it. It's most of it's alternate. You'll go so down, up, and then 8 times of muting. So just relieve the pressure, but just like lift the bar off a little bit over the strings. And I bring these down just to secure it. Alternate strumming 8 times. So it's... Then, here's a little bit of a change. Down on the chord, down on the mutes, then up on the chord. That's where it gets a little trickier. So we have... And then down, up on the mutes. So that's the midpoint. Down, up on the chords, and then 8 mutes again. Down, up on the chord, down, up on the mute times 2. That's another correction I put in your tabs. I've double dots around the 3s, and then the down, up mute at the end of section 1A, which starts at 20 seconds in. So beat placement of the chord would be like... Fill in those pockets with mutes. He does a few little offset things, and but this is the general idea of it. So just play it the same. Okay, 4 times of all that. That's throughout the verse. Section 1B, 37 seconds in. More of kind of the same, but 5th fret on the D, G, B. And it's shorter on the percussive stuff. So, over that 5th fret, down, up on the 5s, and then mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Chord down, mute down, up on the chord, down, up on the mute. That's it for each chord now. It's a C chord. So here's that one. It's part of the strum progression in section 1A, just not as long. Same thing over the 7s. And then same thing over the 12s, but do it 2 times. That's another correction, is in I forgot to draw the X over the strings. But you probably figured that out, that is mute. So beat placement of the chords. See, fill in the pockets. That goes 3 times total. Then you hit some repeats until we get to 2 minutes 22 seconds in the solo. And like I said, it's really an abstract. It's not like a shred solo. He's just kind of going for sounds more than anything. String mute the G down, upstroke the G open 7 times. Sounds like this. So I'm just muting it with the. You can do it anywhere, you know, but. And then open hammer 3 on the D, and then open G. Then do 2 more of those mute opens, and then an open. Then a little pentatonic riff, 10D, pick, hammer 12, 10G, pick, hammer 12, pull off to 10. So it's, you're only picking 2 notes out of the 5. Alright, top of page 3. Up, down, open 3 on the G, open, and then 10G, hammer 12, up 13E, 12G, vibrato. So it's 10 hammer 12G, 10 high E, hold, slide. Means, here's what I'm talking about. You can hear 2 notes. And then slide them. 5D or 5G, slide to 7. Use your 3rd finger. Or 6 upstroke on the high E. Then go 7G. This is kind of a what you'd call like a pedal tone. Every other note's 7G, and he's playing a melody on the high E. High E is all upstrokes. So you'll end up going. So on the high E, it's ending up going 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, 6, 8, 8, with a 7 in between those. 2 minutes 36 seconds in, you will have 15th fret on the B and E. I'm going to bar it, and it's a hold with a vibrato. Actually, you can use 2 fingers if you want, but you want to go 6 times of that. Bar 18 and then 17, E and B. Then go on the 15B down, 15E down up twice. And those are holds too. You should hear both notes. 18, pull off to 15 on the E, down up 15E. So it's (15B, 15E) 2 times vibratoed, hold. And it ends with something like 𝐿𝐿 right there. 18 high E and B string, down up, down up. Same thing on the 17th fret. You'll go. And then 15, slide. So one of the more abstract songs I've done for a CVT lesson, especially you coming off of Atomic Playboy's Steve Stevens, so you obviously have a pretty diverse taste in music. But anyways, have fun with that. I'll talk to you in a few weeks. You mentioned you want to go back to some more Steve Stevens' Atomic Playboy's album, CVTs. So have fun with this, man.